Hey everyone, it's the VelveteenDuck here. It's Halloween, and you guys know what that means, right? Yes, that is right. There is going to be a stream with a duck costume involved. Don't know the date yet. That will be announced later. And before we begin, did you know that the VelveteenDuck now runs a site that has a combination of a blog full of my most hilarious pharmacy stories, the DSO equipment database with over 1,000 items, guides, and my stream schedule? You can find all of this at thevelveteenduck.com, link in the description below. And as always, if this video helps you out, leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. To start, this event is almost identical to the 2020 edition of the Halloween event. The biggest change is the event rewards from the progress bar and the fact that the difficulty levels have now changed in name. Let's start by going over the Ghost Festival basics. Go to King's Hill and enter Oldfield. Entry is free unless you decide to go in on Bloodshed mode, then in which case you need to pay with the Fragments of Infernal Passages. You'll need to accept a quest from Sophia the Elder, which will eventually lead to a repeatable quest that will give you Sophia's Remedy. You'll need Sophia's Remedy to enter the second map, but don't be in such a hurry. Clear all the monsters in Oldfield, which is worth doing because you get light essences and a sentinel spawn. Morven is the name of the sentinel with a guaranteed drop of Sophia's Remedy. When he appears, he brings along a bunch of friends, the Lost Souls, but they aren't worth killing as they only drop a few healing spheres. Morven, however, can spawn in a variety of forms and will use corresponding skills. As you can see, I got the Dragon Knight version, and thus he uses Dragon Knight skills. Once you're ready, enter the second map via the entrance at the top of Oldfield. This leads to Darkwood Path. In the middle of Darkwood Path, the path branches. The branch leading left leads to the Decayed Graveyard, which is specific for the Return of the Dead event, so I'll talk more about that part later. For now, just talk to Larpalon and complete the quest. Yep, it involves a lot of going back and forth until you finally get the quest to spawn the castle's keeper. And after you kill him, the doorway to Creepy Castle is now open. Before you go hopping into Creepy Castle, you'll want to equip your light essences. You can use light essences from the main event quests and Sargon event, in addition to the ones that you obtain from the Halloween event. They don't stack together, but you can still use them. And before I proceed to blabber further about the Creepy Castle, there's hidden piggies on this map. Guys, I am almost blind. I can't see the piggies. I'm just going to put a link to the page where Empyrean has meticulously collected all the locations of the piggies below for those of you who are actually interested in playing hidden object games. In Creepy Castle, the quest that might prove a little bit troublesome is the Will-o'-the-Wisp quest. You'll be sent to specific areas of the Creepy Castle where you'll find a patch of playful fog. Lead the Will-o'-the-Wisp over to the hematite bottle marked with a question mark, and an unchastened soul will appear that you have to fight off. You'll get to repeat this little fun task a total of 3 times. You may also get a rare spawn called a Suspicious Barrel. Click if you dare. If you do dare, the Jullov family will spawn. They spawn in a geometric progression style. 1 leads to 2, 2 leads to 4, and 4 leads to 8. Enchantments are random, so good luck getting a roll that doesn't kill you. And yes, you do still need light essence to damage these guys. At the end of Creepy Castle, you'll find Witch Queen Gwenfara. Defeating her will give you her boss ingredient, Cursed Hearts, which you can use to craft the Gwenfara uniques. By the way, if you need to see the stats at level 145, you can check it out in the DSO database, link in the description below. The Return of the Dead starts 10 days after the Ghost Festival, which gives you lots of time to farm Creepy Castle for the items you need. Remember how Darkwood Path splits into 2 branches? We now go down that left branch. Start by picking up a quest from Lord Pomeroy. He gives you a warning: if you don't have Ghostfire, don't proceed. If you ignore his warning, you will soon regret it. Anyways, there are 3 slates hanging by the side. You spend Ghostfire you earned from Gwenfara or purchased from the shop for a buff. The buffs last different duration and manipulate the drop rate. The shorter the buff, the supposedly better drop rates. I'm assuming by drops they mean Little Irisan, this cat pet. If you get Little Irisan, he causes hairballs to drop. These hairballs can give regular equipment and a small amount of Drakens when opened. Once you've picked your buff, you can now step past the start line without burning to death in 2 seconds. A golden skull will appear on the map, and you have to go to the marked area and stop the ceremony. You'll be attacked by a variety of monsters. I strongly advise carefully clearing the area before you click the spell circle. Important note here, if you foolishly click the circle and then you're attacked, or you misclick somewhere else and cancel the click, you will lose the life force that you spent on it and have to spend another 10 life force. Fortunately, if you are the type of person to play in a group, only one person needs to spend life force to cancel the circle. After chasing the Wendigo around a few times, he'll head to the final location, where now you can defeat him. There are secret lairs that open after you defeat these bosses. As far as I can tell, there is nothing special in them, so it is safe to skip. And with that, happy Halloween, folks. And remember, brush your teeth so you don't get cavities.